Hey social media world, Anna Claire here. Welcome back to the Vision Makes the Difference workshop series. Today we're going to talk about making our mission and building a personal mission statement for 2023. But first I want to go through our schedule and tell you about what we've already covered and what's coming up. So on January 1st, which was Sunday, we talked about why vision matters. And we covered the 4 things that vision can bring into your life if you allow it to be a part of your plan for 2023. Today we're talking about making your mission, January 3rd. And we're going to go through the process of building a personal mission statement for 2023 together. On Thursday, January 5th, we're going to talk about gathering supplies. I'm going to share some of my favorite supplies with you for building a vision board and talk about where you might be able to get it, what you might be able to use, and how there really is no specific list for building your vision board for 2023. And on Saturday, January 7th, 7 p.m., I'm going to be live on Instagram and Facebook for a vision board building and Q&A session. So keep an eye on my story here on Instagram and on Facebook to make sure that you get your questions answered, even if you can't be there with us, because I'm going to be making note of questions with little question boxes on my story so that you can ask whatever you like about this process and I can make sure you get the information you need. So today we are talking about making our mission. And this can be a complicated process, but I don't think it has to be. So I'm going to try and simplify this for us today and keep this video brief. But I want to remind you, you can pause at any time. I'm going to be reminding you regularly to take an opportunity to pause and think about some of these concepts because they're big. And there's a reason that we're not doing these videos live this year, because I want you to have the opportunity to go back and review, to pause and think whatever you need to do. But I do have a resource that might be of some help. I made a companion worksheet to go along with this video that's available on my TPT store. So if you want to follow along, this worksheet is available through the link in my bio. You can go to my Live Well worksheet shop on TPT, which was formerly Teachers Pay Teachers. You can also click the link in my Instagram bio and just take you right to this worksheet where you can download it and use it, print it out, whatever you want to do. But it has some of the high points of what we're going to be talking about today and an area in the bottom for you to actually build your mission statement by hand with a pencil and a piece of paper. So we're going to get started by defining the word mission. There are a lot of definitions for the word mission, but this is the one that we're working with today. Mission is a strongly felt aim, ambition, or calling. A strongly felt aim, ambition, or calling. For all of my busy people out there, I know you have a lot of aims, ambitions, and callings in your life. There's a multifaceted life and there's a lot of different areas that all have different goals. But what we're thinking about when we think of our mission overall is what is that driving force? What is that big thing that's moving us forward? It could be a really big goal. It could be a concept that you're focusing on this year. I know I'm seeing a lot of people on social media selecting a word for the year that's going to be their focus. You guys know that I love that, and that's typically the center of my vision board. So your mission is that strongly felt aim, that thing that gives you direction throughout the year. Your ambition, maybe your big goal, or your calling, that bigger purpose that you're pushing towards. For me, I am becoming a counselor. I'm in school, so that is my calling. That is the thing that is moving me forward in my life. So when we're talking about mission and turning into a mission statement, it looks a little bit different. So we're taking our strongly felt aim or ambition and we're turning it into an action-based statement that declares our purpose and plan. That might sound a little bit complicated. There's a lot of words in there. An action-based statement that declares our purpose or plan. Whew. Seems pretty heavy, right? That's a lot to do at one time, which is why we have the worksheet to give you some examples, to remind you of the high points of this presentation, and to help you build your mission statement there at the bottom. So definitely get your hands on the worksheet. And if you're just following along on a sheet of paper, don't worry, because I have a formula. So the formula for building your mission statement is what you want to do, plus how you want to do it, plus why you want to do it. And that's what's going to give you your mission statement. And I've got some examples here that are going to help us break it down a little bit. So example number 1, in 2023, I want to grow my mind by reading more and listening to educational podcasts because these habits will help me stay sharp as I get older. So breaking that down, what do you want to do? Grow your mind. How do you want to do it? By reading more and listening to educational podcasts. Why do you want to do it? Because these habits will help you stay sharp for the rest of your life. So it's just those 3 components turned into a mission statement. Let's try another one. In 2023, I want to prioritize my health by moving my body and eating home-cooked meals, because taking care of myself is the best way to keep doing what I love. So what do you want to do? Prioritize your health. How do you want to do it? By moving your body and eating home-cooked meals. And why do you want to do it? Because taking care of yourself is the best way to keep doing what you love. All right, we've got one more example here, and if you're working on the worksheet, I want you to pause right here and just identify those components for yourself. It should be pretty simple. They all follow the same formula, and this is just a great way to prove that it really can be that easy to build a mission statement. By using this formula and identifying those 3 things and stringing them together, we really can build a high impact mission statement for 2023. So pause right here and try to do example number 3 for yourself. All right, example number 3. In 2023, I want to put myself first by resting when I need it and setting boundaries, because I can't serve others if I don't take the time to serve myself. So what do you want to do? Put yourself first. How do you want to do it? By resting when you need it and setting boundaries. And why do you want to do it? Because you can't serve others if you don't take time to serve yourself. So we've gone through 3 examples that show you how simple this formula is and how easy it can be to build your mission statement. So we're going to go through these sections of the what, how, and why together. And this is your reminder that you can pause at any time to think about these things. Of course, I have examples for myself ready to go so that we can move through this video quickly and easily, but take every opportunity you can to really think about these things, and even take a day or 2 to consider it before you decide on your mission statement for this year. Moving into what, how, and why. We're going to start with what. In 2023, I want to blank. This can be anything, but consider what your top priority is this year. For me, my top priority is balancing the opportunities in my life. I wear a lot of hats and I want to get the most out of every facet of my life. So in 2023, I want to balance the opportunities in my life. Moving on to our how. This is our by blank statement. You saw this a lot in our examples that we're going to do this by blank. So this is going to include some of your action items towards conquering your what this year. For me, that means keeping a schedule, taking care of my body, eating home-cooked meals, saying no, getting enough rest. There are a lot of action items that could go in there, but we're just going to give it an overall theme to make it nice and concise for our mission statement. So for me, I am going to balance the opportunities in my life by setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care. Moving on to number 3, why. We talked a little bit about our why in our section on why vision matters so much. And this is your because statement, the tail end of your mission statement that we saw in all of our examples. This is where you highlight your motivation for your what. Think about why you chose that as your priority for this year. The motivation for me in balancing the opportunities in my life is that I want to get the most out of them. And the best way to do that is by avoiding burnout and finding some sense of balance in the many moving pieces that are my life. So for me, when we put all of these things together, this is my mission statement for this year. In 2023, I want to balance the opportunities in my life by setting boundaries and prioritizing taking care of myself, because I want to get the most out of every facet of my life and avoid burnout. So it really can be that simple. Just taking your what, your how, and your why and putting it together to build a mission statement for 2023. So I want you to remember these 2 important things. I'm giving us 2 takeaways with each of these workshop videos. First, your mission statement takes your aim or ambition and turns it into a powerful statement of personal purpose and plan of action. So it's taking a lot of moving parts and putting them all together into a mission statement that moves us forward this year. I also want you to remember the formula we talked about. In 2023, I want to blank by blank because blank. And for me, that was in 2023, I want to balance the opportunities in my life by setting boundaries and prioritizing my self-care, because I want to get the most out of every facet of my life and avoid burnout. As usual, if you have any questions about this video, please feel free to send me a message on Instagram, Facebook, or just comment below the video. This video, along with Sunday's video about why vision matters, are both going to be available the entirety of this week and for the foreseeable future. So if you want to go back and have a look, pause, fast forward, rewind, whatever you want to do, by all means, take this workshop at your own pace. I'm even going to make the live video available on my page after it's been recorded, so you won't miss a single thing. I'm looking forward to sharing the gathering supplies video with all of you on Thursday. I've got some really cool stuff to show you. It's actually sitting over there on my table right now, so I'm really looking forward to showing you some of the stuff that I got and share maybe some unconventional ideas for how we might build our vision board this year. And remember, a life with Live Well is a life well lived. See you next time.